Who is Mouse?
Mouse is an in-game leader in Team Property female team and also an entry fragger.
And what's your name?
My name is Angel Malehiol Sakerni and my nickname is Mouse.
And you're of course a very good CSGO player, but beyond we will come to that. But who is Mouse and who is Angel in beyond the game of Counter-Strike?
Well, Mouse is someone who is really passionate about Counter-Strike, so most of my spare time actually goes to playing Counter-Strike. And when I don't play, I'm with friends, family. I don't really do anything else than that, to be honest. I don't have a life.
So how did you get into Counter-Strike? Since it's such a big part of your life, obviously, I gotta ask, how did you even get into playing the game, and how did you start out?
It's actually a really good question. It's hard to answer because I don't have any brothers or sisters who play Counter-Strike. No in real life friends who played it. I just knew two guys from the internet who played, and they never encouraged me to play. I just knew they played Counter-Strike. So I don't know. I started with Call of Duty and Left 4 Dead.
Oh, that's some bad games.
Yeah, but I started out with these two, and one day I was like, maybe I should play Counter-Strike, and I just went down to the store and bought 1.6.
Oh, okay.
And that was I actually remember the date, and it was 15th November 2009. That was the first time I played Counter-Strike.
So where did you go from there? Since, as you said, you didn't have any sister or brother who were playing the game. Were you just sitting alone playing Counter-Strike, or what were your next step? Were you going to ED cafes, or how did you get into it without knowing that many people playing it?
One of the guys that I knew. I told him that I bought Counter-Strike, and he said, "Yeah, but I can show you the game." And I was so bad. It was stupid, really. I was really bad. Didn't know anything. I didn't understand anything. So he just tried to help me start up with the game. And since then I just started to play, public, and started to play with him and the other guys sometimes. Just playing at home.
So moving on from there, how did you realize one day that you really wanted to give it a try of the professional scene and maybe moving on to playing in a team? And what was the drive, pretty much?
I don't remember exactly, but I think maybe half a year to a year after that I started, I saw that there are tournaments. There is something called esports. I didn't actually know it. When I started, I just thought it was a game. Everyone played a game. But then I saw that there is a competitive scene in this game. So I got really interested. And then I saw that there's actually a female scene in Counter-Strike. And that we have many good female Swedish players and very good male Swedish players in Counter-Strike. And I started to watch some clips and see clips of the tournament, frag movies and stuff, and I really got encouraged to get better and play, and also find a team eventually. I never played in a team in 1.6, I think, only male teams. I was really a public player. But in CSGO, when CSGO came, I was really sad because I love 1.6. It's really the best game. And CSGO didn't really give me the same feeling.
But now you like it.
Yeah, of course, now I love it. So I started to play CSGO maybe half year after it got released. Because I wasn't really happy with the game back then.
Yeah, but many were sharing that opinion of the game at that time. So.
And while time was passing, day by day, I just felt that I always had a dream, and it was to win ESWC, to become the world champion. And I felt like I just can't ignore it.
I can't sit around it.
Yeah, exactly. CSGO was a new game. It was a new start for many players. In 1.6, it was hard to come into the scene as a new player when no one knew you.
Yeah.
So I just felt that I can't ignore this dream. I need to achieve it. So I started to play CSGO, and I started to play competitively 2 years ago.
And as in T-Property, you are the in-game leader. Is that a role that you always have been like chosen in the team and that you want to be, or what kind of roles have you played before? And is the in-game leader your prime choice of role in the team?
Well, in 1.6, I used to play as an opper sometimes and a mad fragger. And in-game leader is not my role at all. I have never been an in-game leader. But in my team, I'm the one with most experience, so I have to take this role for my team to make us become a better team, you know. But usually I'm just mad fragger, entry fragger. That's pretty much what I do. I can do everything in game. Like, I'm an all-round player, but I prefer to be an entry fragger or mad fragger.
Okay. So basically, if we gonna map out the year, we are currently in June now, and as we mentioned in another interview, you won't be going to the ESWC. But what would your main goal be if you want to like have a dream or a vision for the rest of the year with the team? What tournament would you like to like place yourself in and aim for to be at with the ones that's remaining of the year?
In the female tournaments, I want to first of all qualify into the ESWC Paris in winter sometime, and eventually win it. That is like the biggest dream ever for me. And for the DreamHack events, of course I want to win the DreamHack event, but it's like, if you face the truth, it's actually really, really hard to win like an event like DreamHack. But what I really will be trying to aim for is to get as good results as possible at the bigger tournaments, except the female tournaments. Like we did in DreamHack Tours, we placed 4th place in the amateur, in an amateur BioC tournament. So that was a really big step for us, and I hope we can keep that going and get better results.
And one last question is that what is the main thing that you've learned during your years with Counter-Strike? What is the biggest thing that your experience have taught you during all this time?
Like, if someone said something to me that made me advance as a player, or...
Oh yeah, it can be like a general experience, maybe maybe one of your results, or maybe you got some coaching from someone that was really successful, or what is like the biggest lesson that CSGO has taught you as a person that you will take with you with the rest of your life?
Wow, that's a really hard question, because when I asked myself, like, what would I do if I didn't play Counter-Strike, I would be a total different person. I would not be the same person as I am today. Like, nothing like this. So I think just the game taught me a lesson. I don't really know, to be honest. But
you're forever a CSGO person.
Kind of, yeah. And also, like when the bigger players, when they just, you know, when you look at their Facebook pages or whatever, and they just write like, never give up, just keep going. I just think that's the most important thing for me, just to remember that I shouldn't stop believing, you know, just keep on going, because winners never quit and quitters never win.